Back home, Edwin Poots, the Speaker of the Northern Ireland Assembly, continues his campaign to appear relevant by once again criticising his fellow MLAs for what he described as extremely discourteous behaviour. This comes a week, of course, after Catwalk Edwin Poots admonished other MLAs for their dress sense. But to accuse others of discourteous behaviour is a bit rich coming from Edwin. This, after all, is the man who denounced homosexuals as being both unnatural and an abomination. Now, to add to his homophobia, he decided to throw in a wee bit of misogyny by suggesting that then First Minister Arlene Foster, the leader of his own party, well, Edwin advised her that her most important job would not be as political leader of Northern Ireland. No, her most important jobs would be as wife, mother, and daughter. So, marking the first anniversary of the return of the Assembly this coming week, Mr. Poots decided it would be a good time to explain to people that it was his role and that of his officials to seek to create conditions for our business to be done properly and for effective scrutiny to be conducted.
Whilst I understand that individually these matters may appear trivial to some, together the procedures of this House underline the sittings of the Assembly are not just another engagement in members' diaries, and this is just not another meeting room. At one time there was only 90 people who have the immense privilege of participating in this chamber, and they are given that privilege by the people that elect them. As an institution, this Assembly is the prime source of authority for devolved matters. Therefore, with privilege given to us to be here comes the responsibility to exercise that authority by representing our constituents, holding ministers to account and taking decisions to change policy and the law to address the issues impacting all of the community. Respecting our courtesies and procedures is about respecting the serious business we have to do and respecting the people who put us here to do it.
Oh, very well. Wise words indeed. But somewhat hypocritical coming from the likes of Edwin Poots. Because this is a man with a checkered past regarding proper procedure in public office. Indeed, it would have been more appropriate for Poots to give such advice in his own home, following the decision last year by the Northern Ireland local government standards commissioner to ban Edwin's son Luke for 4 years due to his breaches of multiple parts of the councillor's code of conduct. I've already covered this, so here's a wee synopsis of that story. Luke Poots, who sat on Lisburn and Castlereagh Council between 2013 and 2019. Good eye, Luke. And yes, you're right if you've guessed a connection between Luke and his father, Edwin Poots, recently elected Speaker of the recently reconvened Northern Ireland Assembly. So what happened was, after investigations by the Northern Ireland Local Government Standards Commissioner, Luke has been banned for 4 years from holding any public office, with the Commissioner deciding he had breached multiple parts of the Councillor's Code of Conduct. His disqualification relates to a 2-year period when he was sitting on the Council's Planning Committee, during which Edwin Poots Sr. made representations for and against 35 planning proposals. Things came tumbling down after Luke chaired a planning committee meeting in 2017 where Father Edwin lobbied for 2 houses to be built at Macrocunlush Lane outside Larne. I know I pronounced that wrong, but there's no way I'm ever going to pronounce it properly. Now, what I can't understand is how neither Luke nor his father recognised this could be seen as a conflict of interest. You'd have thought Luke would have been sitting there as the chairperson and looked up and seen his dad.
Hold on, that's my dad. No, hold on. No, let me see. No, it's definitely my dad. I recognise him. No, I've seen him before. That's definitely my dad. Definitely my dad. I'll have to excuse myself.
And you'd have thought if he didn't do it, maybe Edwin would have done a Darth Vader. You know what I mean? Saw Luke and went, "Luke, you are my son. I must leave." No, didn't happen. that Edwin Poots, now sitting as Speaker of the Northern Ireland Assembly and taking home a salary of £90,000 a year, feels entitled to admonish others on proper political protocol is a testament of just how dysfunctional our body politic now is. Wise up, Edwin. Just sit down, son. Keep your mouth shut. Press your wee bell when you need to. That's all you're there for. We neither need nor want your advice on anything.